Hey, my wonderful people, a pleasant evening to you. I know maybe many of you or some of you may not agree with my post, but that's fine. That is okay. But one day you will agree with the principle behind it, and you'll be able to use this and relate it to your own personal experience or experiences. So Shawna, one of our dancehall artists, entertainers. I think she's currently in Washington D.C. and she posted a picture of a lovely red dress that she had on, and not only that, to show an invitation from President Donald Trump's administration, inviting her to be a part of the 47th annual inaugural ball or something of the sort. And she was just showing her invitation proudly because she, I suppose her team, they were invited to the event. And when I saw the comments, number one, you shouldn't be surprised that the vitriolic comments came predominantly from women. In fact, I didn't even see a negative one from a man. I'm not saying a male did not comment negatively, but hardly likely a man would. And the comments, they varied. It's like they're saying, how is it that she's so proud for something like this? Because of some of the belief that people have or the mindset that they have towards our current president. All right, let's start basic, and then we expand it into intermediary and then advance. So we start at the basic. Two horses cannot run a race. You have the Republicans and you have the Democratic. There are people who support the Republican Party and there are people who support the Democratic Party. Christians, non-Christians, all alike. So it doesn't matter. And now that we know that one horse cannot run in a race, it would not be considered a race. He would just be running. Shawna, like the rest of other people, have the right to support who they want to support. Let me make you aware of something. God has made us with choices and volition. He even gave us the ability to choose against him. There are people who will choose Lucifer, the devil himself, the adversary, as their personal Lord and Savior. There is nothing that we can do about that. So they have that right. Do I support that right? No, I don't. I certainly don't. But I'm not going to get up and tear somebody to shreds because they don't support what I support or who I support. I don't understand human beings who have not made other human beings see it fit to take the right of choice from people. I have no problems with the man Donald Trump himself, feisty as he is, facetious as he is, just bracha as he is. I like him because he's fearless. He's fearless, no nonsense man. See, he has even come in with this thing, two genders, which we already know. There are just only two, male and female. That's it. And the young lady, you want to take away her right because she supports him. She went to it and she is proud to show that she was invited. I can't understand you women. Somebody even say you're too enough. She was invited. She was invited. She didn't just attend. She was invited because probably people will be wondering how is it that she got. She was invited. So she wanted to just make it clear that she was invited to. Maybe she wanted to show people that, look, the Trump administration, the president's people invited me to his inaugural ball. You don't have to like him. You don't have to like, but I mean, women, even when it is nothing against you, you still find something negative. There is something vehemently wrong with that hypothesis. There is something vehemently wrong. I'm happy that he is the president. I am okay with it. I never had a problem with him. Some people do, and I accept that. Friends who said they just laugh at me. They say, Toni-Ann, I don't like the man. That's their personal preference. I'm not going to come at them and they don't come at me. You have your choice. I just don't understand people. We live in a Jamaica, especially, that wants to silence people. Yet some of you are the same ones who want to send the Prime Minister of Jamaica to the gallows for wanting to censor some of you. But you're doing the same thing to people. People are afraid to get up to say they support Trump because many of you have no reason not to support him. You only take what you hear. No one of the man come up with fake news. Some of you, do you know him personally? Have you encountered him? Have you, had a one-on-one talk? Have you worked with him? Have you lived with him? Because sometimes people come up with all manner of hypotheses and theorem about an individual because of what was promulgated by others. And you're going to say majority. Not majority. This man, before he was the 45th president, came back and be the 47th, something like that, or 44th, whichever. And at the last election that he had won, he had, I think we know that he did not win. He had about 75 million supporters and counting. The man won by a landslide. And people are saying this, it doesn't matter whether it's this, that, or the third, he still won, and won by a landslide. I've never ever seen this in history, where somebody, maybe it has happened before, I've not studied the American history, where you win, and one term, you get booted out, and you come back and win, especially at his age. Let us say, especially at his age. Let me tell you, man, the man epitomized Luke 1:37, but with God nothing is or ever impossible to do, as it relates to God. And a lot of the things that this man promulgates hinges on the Bible for me. So I don't know why. Because you don't like him or you hate him for no reason, because you don't know him. You only listen to media. You want people to feel the same way about the man. How dare some of you. You're not easy. That's why I like who I am, when God keep me away from certain people. The girl posted her thing. Shawna has all right to support who she wants to support. All right. I don't understand many of you people. Where are you? No, sir. So because they don't support the other administration, something is wrong with her? You think it's one horse run a race? If everyone didn't love Jesus, who is who is the perfect being, so what says us as flawed beings? You think everybody's going to like the same individual? The 7 billion, 8 billion of us going to want the same individual? There will be some who will hate, and there will some who will love. The girl has the right. I'm sorry that they didn't give me an invitation to go, because I would love to meet President Donald Trump. I wish they had sent me an invitation. Obviously, they wouldn't say they don't know me. Sometimes I don't understand Jamaicans. We are like, how you have the yin-yang. It's hypocritical. Because you chided the Prime Minister because he wanted to censor us, because they were coming at him, beating at him. And you say, free speech. We're entitled to our own choices. And the girl has promulgated something, and people want to take away that from her or make her feel bad. Feel bad for what? For what? And you have quite a number of Jamaicans who probably, and they're so afraid to say it because they're afraid of the backlash. I can never understand this women against women phenomenon. But I was talking with a man, and he said to me, Toni-Ann, women think it's also with men, it's even worse. I said, what? Men hating on men? He said, yes, it's just that because of the perception of men and how men want to be perceived and their ego, they handle it differently. But it doesn't mean that they don't secretly hate other men, like how you see women hating on other women. So they handle it more maturely, using far more emotional intelligence. They're not as crabby and vulgar and loose and crude like women. When I saw the comments, I said, oh my God, it is sad. Big up yourself, Shawna. Big up yourself, mama. I hope you had a grandiose time, a magnolious time at the ball. You have that right, mama. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Rate, check, track on YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of them lion and no man. Time now. Time.